Okay, I know I've got a gazillion of these little clip videos, but you gotta see this sucker. This is huge. Check this out. Look at the root system on this. And what's cool is, you know how people find faces in clouds? You can find mystical figures in this. Look very closely. The very first thing I saw was a dragon or a horse. Do you see him? I'm gonna walk right up to him. There's his ear, there's his head, there's his eye. So this dragon, wow, I freaking love this dragon. Look at his, you know what else he is? He's a mystical sea snail. Ah, he is. Because look, there's his shell, but it's a thorny shell. This is a wizard. This is a shapeshifter. He turns from a snail into a dragon. Oh, I see a fox and I see a raccoon at the same time. Okay, it's right there. See the two branches? See the tall tree right here? And the lit up branch, which looks like the head of an eagle, actually. And then there's the little spiky one. Well, look at the raccoon right in the center. See his ear? He's even got a mask and his mouth is open. Wow, he's incredible. I'm gonna go up close so you guys can get a better view of what I'm seeing. Can you see him still? There's so much. There's a brown bear on top. See, at the very top, that's the brown bear. And actually, this is a two-headed serpent, this dragon, because there's a dragon above it, which is his higher self, and then there's the dragon below it. And you see it's got horns. This one, it's got a big bulging eye and its mouth is open. This is the fire-breathing one. This is the one who is, see him? This is the one who takes care of business. This is the peaceful scout, and this is the one that don't get in my way. I'm gonna kick your ass. Wow, and look at the bench. I want this in my house, in my front yard. Check that out. I would have wind chimes hanging from this. I would have plants potted inside. I would have hummingbird feeders. I would put the, butterfly. I would plant, because there's enough holes in there, you could plant butterfly bushes, all of the plants that would draw the animals, the insects, and the birds to it. And check this out. Check out the little nest, the hidey hole. Oh my gosh, liger. Oh, and forget liger. That would be where I would go. That's my meditation spot. Oh my gosh, liger, you can have that one. I'm seeing so much more over here too, but I can't. I've got to get moving. Why do you have to get moving, Sherry? You don't have to go anywhere. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. Okay, see, so nobody would know. That's what's so freaking awesome. I would climb up. I'd have like a little ladder right here, and it would be a natural ladder. And I mean, I could just go in here, but I would do that just to make it. So if I'm wearing a dress, okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put you guys, let's see. I would have this so decked out. Oh my gosh, look at this guy here. Look up the sky. Oh my God, I'm in love with this thing. I'm in love with this thing. Okay, I'm back. Now, see? In here, I could have incense blowing here. I would have all these filled with plants. Check this out. Look at all the little cubby holes. Oh my God, I'm in love with this. I want, okay, so remember I said I wanted to marry a search and rescue ranger? I want him to get me, because we're gonna live in the woods, and I want him to get me a giant gnarled root system like this. So if you gotta pull out a big tree to build the house that we're gonna live in, oh, keep the root, because I want to make something like this out of it. And there's my little cubby hole. Look how many there are. There's a million different cubby holes. Wow. I don't have any cards, but I do have a message. I'm going to do a reading in here. I do have a message. I don't have to have the card with me to show you. There's a little, that's where you could have like a little mat. You could have a nap. There are no mosquitoes in here right now. None. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. Look at the size of it. All the way down when this sucker fell. Damn, can you imagine the sound? If a tree falls in the forest, will you hear it? Heck yeah, you would. You'd hear the splintering, but damn. Okay, so I'm going to pick a spot in here, and I'm going to do a reading for you guys, because this is going to run out. I got to do a different one. Or should I just do it on this one? I'll do it on this one. Okay. Where do you sit? Up there? Oh, this feels so good, the velvet. So you could set pots up here too. Oh, Kimberly Vesey, you know what I'm talking about. You are in love with this just as much as I am. Talk about tree hugger. I need a sticker on my card that says tree hugger. Okay, so the card that I got was, let me think of what it was, because I got it the other day. This isn't gonna work. Maybe I'm supposed to sit right where I was. Okay. How about right here? Wrapped in nature. Oh my. If you need to hug a tree, hug it with me right now. Hug, hug, hug. Okay. What was the... Oh, it was encouragement. Okay, so let me think what it was. It was a picture of a giraffe, a mama giraffe and a baby giraffe. And it was saying you're being given encouragement to keep moving forward. You're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. Follow your higher self. Go to a place in nature where you can get centered and hear what nature has to say to you. Take notice of the animals and the shapes of things that are around you. See, so I saw a sea snail. So a snail carries a house on their back, right? So you don't have to have roots. You don't have to be like everyone else. You can be a bit of a nomad, you know, or maybe you're supposed to do that. I really want to do that. Maybe you're supposed to take your home on wheels like I did. I've been sleeping in my car and it was really comfortable actually. One night it was freezing. I woke up and there was ice on the roof. That was not last night, the night before. But I was pretty comfortable. But it's a Nissan Sentra, so no. You want to have a van or a truck or something like that to make yourself a little bit more comfortable than probably I was. I don't think probably a lot of women would do what I did. But so take your home on wheels maybe, or home is where your heart is. Where's your heart? Where do you need to go where you find your center? Spirit is encouraging you to move forward on your path. That's the snail that I saw. Okay, so then the dragon. I'm an Aries dragon, so it's talking to me. And maybe the peaceful, what I discovered on this trip is when I first started, I had a lot of aggressive energy inside of me. That's what I needed to release. That's why I needed to get away from my work. I was carrying a lot of other people's energy. And I didn't realize how angry I was inside. I was. You'll go back in these videos and you'll be able to see. I stopped because I saw a log that was smoking and I was concerned that it was on fire and it was way out at the end of the road, road's end. And I stopped and a guy and his girlfriend, some redneck, starts screaming at me and I screamed back. And I was not a lady. And as I was saying what I was saying and as I was losing my temper, my higher self was saying, what are you doing? But it's like it needed to come out. I don't know. And he was such a jerk. He deserved it. It was his karma. But I thought, wow, and as I got into my car, I said to myself, man, you need to chill out, mister. And then I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, you need to chill out, miss, because that's out of control and that's not okay. You need to be in charge of your emotions. Release it in a different way. That was inappropriate behavior. That was total reaction. That was not anything to do with who you are and what you stand for. But I recognized that I had this anger inside of me. So when you saw on this, I know we're going off from the encouragement, and I'll do that card anyway because we're going into a total different direction. I guess because that's how I'm supposed to do readings, I'm starting to understand that I'm supposed to just start to do readings from what I see and forget the cards. But I'll tell it to you later. So that the first one was the peaceful one, right? That was the sea snail. So snail, slow and steady wins the race, right? Keep moving along. Carry your home on your back. Right now, you're maybe in a wilderness where you don't really have any roots, because I really don't have roots. See how this tree had been uprooted? I don't really have roots. I'm temporary. I'm like an alien in a foreign land. I keep going back to the Bible, and now I'm emotional. So that must be childhood stuff. Wandering in the wilderness. Lot took his family and they wandered and they didn't have a home, and for a while you may need to go forward, and some of us need to hear this, but it's not just me. I know that there are others like me, so maybe you're gonna have to go for a while without really having a place you call home, without really having roots solid down, because I'm not where I'm gonna stay. I know that for a fact. You're gonna move forward, and I called myself a sea snail obviously because I'm on a sea of emotion, right? But at first I was a dragon. So I'm a shapeshifter. I'm a magical, mystical creature, just like Liger. That's why Liger hangs out with me. So I morph from one thing into another. And the things that I saw on this sea snail and the dragon were all aspects of myself, but possibly aspects of you as you listen. So underneath was the fire-breathing dragon. That's the Aries dragon in me, and that's the one who lost her cool. The one up above said, hey, you know what? You need to chill out. That was her higher self. See how she was above that fire-breathing dragon. that was not appropriate for me, even though I recognize that, you know, I'm not beating myself up for it. And I was embarrassed just by myself in the car. I thought, wow, you know better. But it came out, and maybe it wasn't even me. Maybe it was, you know, nah, I'll own it. It was me. It's just energy that I absorbed. And so that will show you the people that you're around and the type of energy that you're around affects your energy and affects who you are. So you need to pull yourself away. If you find yourself and you don't like how you're behaving and you don't like the way things are going, then check the environment, the people that are around you, and get yourself out of it, you know? So that was that. And then I go to the other end, and what did I see? I saw the raccoon, and the raccoon wears a mask. And I don't want to wear a mask. Here, see my big bags? I'm wearing a mask. That's in a message right now. I'm not getting enough sleep, so I've literally got a mask like a raccoon. I can't see you. I have like prescription in here so I can see you. So the raccoon is wearing a mask, so it's telling me to get some more sleep. And also the raccoon is very capable. They know when to be secretive. They know when to be part of. They're very friendly. They're able to. They have fingers like us, and they're very capable of doing many things. They're sneaky. They're cheeky. I love raccoons actually, but don't wear a mask. If you're wearing a mask, take it off. You don't have to hide behind a mask. Be who you really truly are. Now, what's interesting is I saw that mask, but at first what I saw was a fox. And the fox represents the art of camouflage. Maybe there's a time to be seen and a time to not be seen. Like for me right now, this is a time for me not to be seen. I was told I'm going off the web, and there's no communication for a reason. I am not to be seen right now. The fox is very playful, loves the forest. They jump and dance and they play. They're very crafty. It says be sly like a fox, so pay attention to the cues around you. And no one's going to sneak up on a fox or a raccoon. They're very aware of, and I'm not going to go into the negative, but of the things that are going on around that maybe people aren't who they say they are. So the art of camouflage, being sneaky, being capable, resourcefulness comes to mind with the raccoon, playfulness with the fox. Camouflage again, because they are able to, in the forest here they'll go red. You don't see them because they'll blend into the surroundings, and when it snows they become, there's white foxes. What else did I see? Let's go down and see what else I saw. The fact that you could take something that has fallen and turn it into something incredible. So an aspect of our life that maybe we've all got broken pieces, right? Check out this log, this giant incredible tree that fell. And it's broken into pieces, but it's turned into something absolutely, this is like a monument. This is a monument, a testament to who you are. So just because you're broken and scarred, don't think that you're not worth even more than you were when you were standing. There's a lot of trees around you. They all look, you know, they're beautiful. They're very beautiful, but nothing looks like this. This is incredible. This has got homes for people. This is housing all kinds of different animals. This is bringing all kinds of peace. It's a work of art. You couldn't make this. And if you could, make one for me. Okay, hold on. You go right there while I climb down and see what else I see. Oh, gotta tell you, there's no splinters on this one either. So, you've been polished. You've been fine polished. You know, these lessons, they're testaments to your life, and they've smoothed out the rough edges and everything's polished. You're not getting splinters. I got no splinters climbing down out of that. And look at the artwork and maybe the wrinkles on your face. I've got wrinkles on my face and I'm embarrassed because I miss being young. You know, I do. I miss being young. It's hard growing older. But look how beautiful. If you look at the lines on your face that tell you where you've been. This reminds me of the pineal gland. So pay attention to your drinking non-alkaline, drink alkaline water. You want to stay away from fluoride because it clogs the pineal gland. You won't be able to hear what Spirit's trying to tell you. But look at all the beauty. This is the beauty. The wrinkled skin, the scars maybe. Maybe you've got scars. Maybe you have literal scars. Maybe you have got broken limbs. Maybe you're missing a foot, a leg, a finger. You know, maybe you've got acne scars. You know, like this. But you're beautiful. You're incredibly beautiful. Every aspect of you is a work of art. There are no mistakes. There are no mistakes. Spirit did not make a mistake when they made you, because there's nobody like you. Nobody on this planet is like you. You stand alone. Now the fox, this is where I see the fox from this angle. He was a bandit on that side, but he's a fox from this side. I see at the top the bear, right? See his back? That's the black bear. That's the daddy bear. He's at the top. If you can even see the top of his ear. And there's a puma right below it, or a black panther. Do you see him? His ear and his head moving forward. So the bear and the panther, God, they're a team. Oh my gosh, I could just stand here for the longest time. And I see a crocodile. So beware of the crocodile. This raccoon needs to watch out. There's a crocodile right here. Okay, so I'm going to go up close. There's his snout, right? And there's his, whatever they call horns. So the crocodile, he's kind of looking up that way. It's interesting. And now we've got spirit again. That was the golden eagle. His head is above of the top. Okay, anybody else that we see while we're walking around? I see a cormorant. Oh my gosh, I see a cormorant. Cormorant is right here. Okay, now when I back away, you'll see him better, because that's another message. Sometimes you got to back away to see things as they are. You can't see them when you're too close. So the cormorant's got the long mountain snout with the beak and his eye. The cormorant is the one that dives under his emotional waters. They're the ones that people use as fishermen. They put the ring around their neck so that they can't swallow what they catch. So don't work for someone else that's going to be taking all of what your hard work. Don't be doing that. If you're doing something and somebody's taking what you've worked hard for, stop that. It also says that you will be able to go under your emotional waters because they're very buoyant. They have to swallow stones in order to go down under their emotional waters because they're so buoyant. They pop to the surface. Another message. Sometimes we have to swallow. Sometimes you got to swallow something that doesn't taste so good. Something, you got to take it because you got to go, and you're going to go down deep and you're going to duck under, and you may not think that you're doing it on purpose. You're probably not doing it on purpose, but you had to do it. You had to go down under your emotional waters, figure out who you are, what was going on, and don't worry, you're going to be able to come back up because you're buoyant. You're naturally buoyant. God made you that way. That's the cormorant. I love the cormorant. I love the cormorant. So again, as a recap, we've got the dragon, the higher self, the peaceful one, with very peaceful eyes. And then we've got the fire-breathing dragon, angry one. Then we've got the black panther, or the puma, whatever you want it to be. The black bear. I see another dragon, but we've already done dragon, so we don't need to speak about dragon again right now. We've got the cormorant. We've got the fox, and we've got the crocodile right here. We've got the golden eagle. I see a frog, but he's going to be too small for you guys to see him. And I'm curious to see what you guys will be able to find when you look at this. And I like doing this kind of reading. You let me know what you think about this kind of reading. And I'm going to end this video because I got to go to my car, go find my lost earring if I can, and then go see the big cats. I love you all. Peace.